Hi guys, it's Nicole, and today I am sharing another project from the December 2021 Flavors of the Month kit from the Scraproom. I would say this is probably my favorite of the four kits that came. I like the fact that Pink Fresh Studio kind of does things a little bit different. And so to me, it's just kind of fun to see maybe more non-traditional take on Christmas elements. And these are the three pattern papers that came in the main kit. And I knew as soon as I saw the rainbow wreath that I wanted to do something with that. The main kit also included these silver enamel dots. I believe the color varied kit to kit. And then a mixture of the ephemera and title ephemera pieces. So these are the ones that came in my kit. And then I think there was also something from their frames. So a sampling of 3 or 4 different embellishment sets kind of randomly picked and added to your kit. So these are the ones that were randomly included in my kit. Now, I did go and grab the add-ons. Oh, here I wanted to quickly show you, when I get my kits, I kind of go through them and try to come up with what I want to do. I knew that I wanted to do something with that wreath, but I don't like to just do one photo. Oh, I ran back and grabbed, what I was trying to start to say earlier, I grabbed the add-ons. These are the 2 sheets from the pattern paper add-on, and then this is a 6x12 sticker sheet that was from the embellishment add-on. I went ahead and grabbed those as well. I think I only pulled a couple stickers and that was it for this one. So what I was trying to say is I think that this wreath would be beautiful with a focal photo in the middle. I don't really do that, and I didn't have a holiday card or a photo with Santa that I wanted to do with this. I really wanted to show some kind of idea or some kind of inspiration to be able to use a paper with this kind of design on it, but also have a lot of photos. So I scrolled through many years of Christmas photos. I believe these might be from last year. Yes, I think these are from last year. And I've got 10 photos. They are all different sizes, kind of random. Basically, I knew that I was going to be using these slimline dies, which these are also from Pink Fresh Studio. There's 4 of them in a set. So I picked this one that was about 8 inches wide. And so I, in Photoshop, just kind of gave myself an 8-inch space to work with and kind of cropped and resized my photos based on that. And then I felt like I wanted the paper, the yellow paper that I'm using as a photo mat, and my photos to sort of stand out a little bit more than they were. So I grabbed some white paint. This is Tim Holtz Distress Paint. Pretty much any kind of white paint is going to work. At this point, I'm struggling with this bottle, so I might switch to just some white acrylic paint. It's going to dry fast. It's going to give you a little bit of a more kind of defined edge to the photos. And that was just kind of my cheater method. Instead of going through and matting all of these with white paper and leaving a thin white edge, I felt like this was going to be a little bit quicker, a little bit easier, and kind of give it a little bit more of a playful vibe, because it's not going to be super straight and linear like paper layers would be. And then because I had accidentally spilled too much paint, I went back and kind of made my edging a little bit thicker than I did the first time, because I was like, the paint's not going to go back in the bottle. I might as well use up what I can. From there, I kind of just tried to figure out what was included in the main kit that I felt like I could incorporate into my specific layout. From there, I started laying out the 2 yellow mats that I die cut, and then I've got my 10 photos. And again, these are different sizes. I just kind of cropped them based on what was going on in the photo, The photos are from Christmas Eve night. Typically, it's just kind of me and my kids killing time. Last year, like normally on Christmas Eve, they get to open pajamas and then like one gift each. And typically, I will intentionally select a gift that is something to keep them busy. Last year, because of different things going on, we weren't doing like our big family get together. So I kind of split up the different gifts that they had received from grandmas and aunts and stuff. And so on Christmas Eve, I gave them all their gifts from my parents. So they had a little bit more fun, I guess, on Christmas Eve. So from there, I kind of wanted to make sure that I wasn't losing so much of the wreath design. I wanted the wreath to still be like a prominent design element on the layout without feeling flat. That's a terrible description, but I'm trying to explain like where my brain goes during this process. So I did toy with the idea of fussy cutting out the entire wreath and putting it on one of the other pattern papers, which I think would have been amazing. However, I was still trying to kind of keep it quick and easy and save myself a little time, I guess. So what I did was using the die and a pencil, I kind of marked where everything was going to be, and then I edited most of it out. But I just fussy cut with an X-Acto knife around some elements of the wreath. Pretty much any areas that I felt like if I cut it, the yellow mat would tuck underneath it. Some areas it wasn't going to work out. Like I actually cut more than this. You just can't see it because the yellow paper wasn't going to tuck underneath. So I just went ahead and covered it. So at this point, I am kind of secure in my decisions as far as the yellow mats and the photos. So I went ahead and put those down. And then you guys know that I like anything that's sort of rainbow order and tone on tone. So I went ahead and chose one of the die cut pieces to work as my title. I've said that before. I will try anything and everything I can possibly do to get my title from the main kit before I go to letter stickers or letter dies. It just kind of makes the process go quicker and kind of forces me to take a double look at what's in the kit. And then from there, I was looking at the color of pieces. So I wanted to kind of go around the wreath and find matching and tone on tone elements to sort of tuck into the wreath. And then I knew that I wanted some kind of a neutral going on. So I cut some of these gold labels that were on the sticker sheet as well and kind of tucked them here and there so that I was getting a little bit more of like a pop of a neutral here and there. I have no problem mixing gold and silver, clearly, doesn't bother me. I took all of the enamel dots that were included and I sprinkled them around the wreath. That was feeling a little light to me. And so I was kind of thinking, okay, do I want to dip into my enamel dot stash? Do I want to pull out some sequins? Like, where do I want to kind of go from here? Before I do that, I went ahead and stamped my date. I am mentally kind of planning where I want to put my journaling. And then I went ahead and I grabbed, I want to say like 5 or 6 different colors of enamel dots. And then this was me this is how I take notes to be able to go back and write up like my blog post and talk about what I did. Because I made this layout probably 3 weeks ago. So a lot of times I have to go back, scroll through my phone, and kind of look at pictures that I took along the way. Unfortunately, I forgot to edit that part out of the video. But all I did was take some different colors of Nuvo drops and kind of create my own drops around the wreath in like a tone on tone method. So here you can see my completed layout. Apparently I forgot to include the clip of the journaling, but you guys know it by now. I type it up, I cut it in strips, I pop it up with foam adhesive, good to go. So with that, I'm going to leave you guys here, and I'll be back in another day or two with another project from this kit. Catch you guys later.